A bit of heat coming off that. Hello again, boys and girls. That's 70% alcohol hand sanitizer, and not much of a flame to see, but there is actually a flame there. I put that there like that, bit of a matchstick, like that. Yeah, there's the flame there. If I put that across there, you see the matchstick ignites, and I'm just messing about here, but this is actually the source of a bit of a theme I'm on at the moment. Online for many years I've heard this idea that you can burn various things, and the smoke given off is a deterrent to midges and mosquitoes, that sort of thing. I've seen videos online, I've seen text online saying do this, do that, set fire to coffee grinds, coffee granules, coffee powder in a jar, nice and dry, and the smoke will deter these bugs. And what I've noticed over the years, there's lots of claims to this, and people have copied everyone else's stuff and they've shared it, and everyone's plagiarising everyone else, sort of thing. What it's short of is any practical demonstration that it actually works. And I've noticed this for some years. So people are going around saying, do this and you'll never have bugs in your house again, do this, you won't be disturbed by your mosquitoes at your campsite, all this sort of stuff. And I'm not saying they're wrong, of course. What I'm saying is no one's actually ever demonstrated it. I just don't see anything. And just people just seem to be repeating everyone else. And I've been fortunate enough to acquire some coffee grinds from work. I like to sort of recycle stuff and upcycle stuff and all this. And if I move this out the way now, that's evaporated. I've got here coffee grinds. They've been drying out now for nearly 2 weeks. Nice and dry. I've tried numerous times to ignite this, and you'll get a little bit of a flame, and it'll smoulder for a few minutes, then it just goes out. And it doesn't seem to be a very self-sustaining thing. There's people saying, do this, do that, mix it in with vegetable oil and all this sort of stuff. And I actually really genuinely believe that the vast majority of people who produce this stuff use it for demonstration purposes only, but don't actually use it in real life. As I say, I like to recycle stuff. So on the theme of burning things, this has appeared in other videos I've made, and I've got a bag here with all sorts of old bits of wax in, and particularly this black wax here. I mentioned in other videos before, this was actually the wax coating of blocks of cheese, big blocks of cheese, and you sort of see this bits of cheese on it. I get this from work, and some of the meals they do there, and it just goes in the bin, but it's perfectly natural. It does eventually rot away, it's all organic, and I've used it for various things. It's well handy. If you can get your hands on it, it's always worth having a bag of that stuff. What I'm going to do is a bit of an ad hoc experiment. I like doing these sorts of things. I've got my little can here which I melt wax in when I'm doing my messaging bottles, sealing the tops. And I'm going to half fill this with wax, melt it down, and then I'm going to mix in these coffee grinds. So it'll be about 50-50. I'm going to get this coffee mixed it up to about the top of the can here. And before it sets, I'm going to drop it into a little ramekin here. I'm going to put a wick in it. I've cannibalised a wick. I'll put a little wick in there, and when it sets in 2 or 3 hours, I'll actually put it in the fridge, accelerate that. I'll demonstrate again. I'll light the wick, and we'll see how much of a smell it gives off. I don't think there'll be much point in blowing the wick out, the flame out, and then letting it smoulder, because it will smoulder, but it tends not to smoulder for very long. And this is one of the things that made me suspicious about some of the claims people were making, because I've tried numerous times to get this coffee to burn and smoulder, and it doesn't. Now, when you think about it, coffee, it's just organic material. It's vegetable matter, so it should burn and burn well. But unless I'm having a bad day, it's not really working. Not for me, anyway. So I'm going to set up my little camp stove here. I'll put this on, light it up, melt some wax, and then I'll feed some of this coffee in, and then I'll give it a stir as I'm going along with a stick. And when I've got enough, I'll pour it into this little ramekin, put a wick in, let it set, and as I say, we'll test it out. If it looks promising, what I'll do is I'll make some more, and the next time you'll see these concoctions of mine, they'll be being tested in the field. I will take them on a camp. It's the middle May, just over past the middle of May now, and it's mid-season. It's just starting in the UK. Mid-season runs from about mid-May to late September, and the problem with them is getting worse. We don't have so much problem with mosquitoes here, but certainly midges, and they're becoming more common as each year gets by, because they've got wetter, warmer summers. So they are a bit of a nuisance, and they can really spoil a camp house. So I know you can use citronella candles and that sort of stuff, and they do work. I do know they work to a degree, but I like to try and say repurpose stuff, so there's no great cost involved. So for this little experiment, the only cost I'm going to use is a little bit of gas, a few pence worth of gas. In the if it was already outside, I'd do this on an open fire, melt it on a barbecue or a little campfire or something. But there's not enough hours in the day at the moment, and I'm fitting all this in either just after work or just before work, that sort of thing. And I keep making plans for camps and things like that, and they all keep going to hell for one thing and another. So it's very difficult. There's always someone wants a piece of me. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Which I don't mind, but I sacrifice a lot for that. So I'm going to press on now and fire up the stove. I've just melted that wax, so I'll just take that tin off there. That out the way. Got a tin there. You can see all liquefied in there. it starts to cool down too rapidly, I'm going to tip a load of this in. So I'm going to feed it in to a few tablespoons, teaspoons rather. I've got a stick here, so I'll just put that in there. And what's actually happening inside there now is I'm creating a sludge. Oh, it's still a bit hot, that tin. I want about a 50-50 mix. That's me sort of ad hoc figure in my head. A few more in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's getting really stiff that now. See that there? I can reheat this if I want to make it more liquid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to feed into this and put a bit of a wick in it. I'll put that there. So I'll just carry on doing that. I'm just going to let me wick over there. It's starting to harden up already, and just for the hell of it, no particular reason, I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of coffee on the top. So what I'm going to do now is, you see there, I'm just going to put that in the auxiliary mat. So I'm going to put it in the fridge, and it'll harden it a lot faster. I'll leave it for a couple of hours, and then I'll come back and I'll do a little quick test light, show you what that's like, show myself what it's like, and I'll say do a few more of these, and then field test them next time I'm in a camp. I'll just pop these in the fridge, more and on. Bit of time's have elapsed now, a couple of hours, and this is set now, nice and cold. The auxiliaries are in the fridge, of course. If you can see just a little bit of white there, that's the wick. I sort of cannibalised. It wasn't only a very short one. It's in there. So I'm just going to strike a match now and light that. We'll try and light it, and we'll study for a couple of minutes and see what happens. You see there's a bit of the wax is ignited, and a bit of the wick there. So the wax and the coffee is actually burning there, and it's starting to spread as well, which is good. You can smell the coffee, actually, burning coffee. I'll just put that there, and it's working very well. Quite impressed with that. Now the thing is, of course, will it frighten off midges? Will it deter them? there's only one way to find out, and that's to do a field test. As I say, I'll make some more of these, and next time I'm wild camping, the update will be in that particular video. So I'm just going to see if I can blow this out actually. Oop, there you can. So far, ladies and gents, that's been a bit of a success. So I'll put this as a link in my next wild camping video. So this can lead on to that, so you can see the end result if it does work at all. Time will tell. So until next time, folks, if you care to, give me a like, leave a comment, and if you're really ambitious, as I like to say, why not give me a sub? For everyone who's already subbed, by the way, it's much appreciated. Thank you very much. It all helps. Till next time, folks. Thank you.